If you are a wannabe mentalist or an aspiring mentalist, take a trip to a hardware store or your granddad's shed and buy one of these. It's a nut. And tie it to a piece of string. This doesn't have to be a nut, it doesn't have to be a piece of string. It could be a solid chunk of gold and diamonds attached to a chain. It's completely up to you, whatever best suits your style. A ring tied to a shoelace, whatever you would like. The important thing is that the weight hangs free. And give yourself a decent amount of string attached to the weight. Make sure it's tied off. I will not be responsible for any lost eyes. I would like you to hold this weight in front of you at about an arm's length between your first finger and thumb. Make sure the weight to begin with is kind of still. Make sure it's not wildly swinging backwards and forward. Imagine for a second that you can make that weight move with the power of your mind. Right now, get yourself a weight and a piece of string, tie it together, hold it in front of yourself like this. I'll give you a second. Do it. Get a weight and a piece of string. You can pause this and then come back. It's fine. But you really should get a weight and a piece of string. Good. Okay, there we go. A weight and a piece of string. You are going to imagine that weight moving. You are going to visualize that clearly in your mind, just like when your hands separated with the left hand lifting up toward the ceiling and the right hand being pushed down toward the floor. You will imagine you can somehow move that weight just by thinking about it. Imagine it moving forward and backwards, forwards and backwards, backwards and forwards. And as you begin to exercise your sense of imagination and your sense of subconscious, you will find that that weight will start to move backward and forward, backwards and forwards. Now, I promise you, I'm not moving this. And yet, if we say out loud, move in a circle, you will find that the weight will begin to move in a circle. It's an amazing tool for understanding your mind and your subconscious, as well as being a neat thing to show your friends to make them think you are the real mentalist. For example, if you hold the weight and the piece of string and you have somebody else do this, I would recommend somebody else doing it, because when it starts moving yourself, not as impressive. So give it to somebody else to hold, ask them to keep it still, ask them to think of a number between 1 and 10. You will tell them, you will plant the suggestion that the weight will begin to move when you announce the numbers. So, for example, if you were thinking of the number 5, you would hold the weight here, you would count aloud 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you will find that that weight will begin to move on the number 5.